Hi guys, welcome to Comfort Life channel. I'm so happy to see you here today. In this video, we are talking about food and anxiety. Well, maybe it sounds like a weird combination, but actually some food really can help you feel better, feel calmer, and overcome depression and anxiety. But some food, just vice versa, will make you feel more depressed. The thing is that if you are deficient in really vital vitamins, as vitamin B, which you know is water soluble and it basically needs to be replaced daily, also folic acid, it can really trigger depression in some people. So first thing first, you need to make sure that your diet is rich in these vitamins. In spite of the fact that stress is in our everyday life and we cannot eliminate it and probably shouldn't, sometimes the excess amount of stress can really lead to different types of illnesses, and of course you don't want that. It prevents you from enjoying your life in full, and I think we need to really take a look at these types of food. So food type number one is soy and all soy products. Well, probably you might disagree with me here, especially if you're avoiding any animal protein and you are eating soy products to compensate the protein in your diet, but soy is not really good for you. I'm going to make, probably a video where I'm describing everything in details why I think so, but soy, especially now when you can find soy in so many other products. In short, soy is not a healthy food, and it contains phytoestrogens, which can mimic your body's estrogen. It's bad both for men and women, and if you are feeding a baby a soy-based formula, I would recommend you to stop immediately and try to make either homemade formula or the formula based or in the milk. Plus, soy really inhibits your body from absorbing many vital minerals and vitamins, such as vitamin D, vitamin B12, calcium, and also magnesium. I would recommend you, if you're also trying to substitute for the protein in your diet, to really look into the beans and quinoa, because this is maybe millet. It's a perfect source of amino acids. It's good for muscle growth in case you are into sports and stuff. So again, in short, soy is not healthy for you and you need to try to avoid it as much as you can. When I'm saying as much as possible is that because if you're sometimes consuming processed foods, almost every one of them contains some form of soy. If you see it on the labels like soy lecithin, soy isolate protein, soy protein, even, many other. So you need to, I will put in the description down below if you're interested. So also, if you are into soy and you really like soy products, fermented soy, it's your best and the only choice, like tempeh or miso, but they always need to be consumed in moderation. And if you think that Asian people consume lots of soy and they don't have any problems, you need to really look deeper into it. They don't consume soy as much as people consume soy right now, like soy milk, soy meat products. Soy is everywhere and it's not a healthy option. So the next type of food that might really trigger your anxiety is going to be coffee, and you might not like it because you like coffee, as almost everyone. So the first thing I would recommend is that if you are drinking 3 cups of coffee daily, or if you're always getting like a medium large, which let's say has 2 shots of espresso instead of 1, you should try to reduce the amount. You by no means need to cut off caffeine from your diet immediately, because you probably will have a withdrawal effect, which means you will be feeling not really well. You might really have some crazy headaches for 3 days. So basically for 3 days you need to be strong, and afterwards you will definitely feel better without caffeine, and your body will not depend on it. So if you're consuming 3 cups a day, try to lower the amount to 1 cup, and probably it already will do the trick. If you find your life really unbearable without coffee, you need to make sure that, for example, you will switch to the tea. Let's say if it's strongly brewed black tea, it might contain even more caffeine than coffee. So basically, caffeine is something you need to watch out for. If you're consuming lots of chocolates, if you're consuming lots of any like Coca-Cola, I mean, this is absolutely no, and it contains crazy amounts of caffeine in it. Of course, habits die hard, and coffee might not be the trigger for your anxiety at all, but sometimes coffee really makes people jumpy and nervous, and you don't even realize it because you're like dependent on coffee and you need that cup of coffee in the morning. and sometimes throughout the day and sometimes in the evening. But in this case, I would recommend you to stick to only 1 cup of coffee in the morning to sort of wake you up and have your nice morning routine and so on and so on. Keep in mind that the excess amounts of coffee, and basically coffee, really prevents your body from properly absorbing such really vital vitamins for your mood, such as vitamin D and vitamin B. Of course, try to incorporate into your diet more teas, like herbal teas, chamomile teas, really perfect for relieving stress. And then just, you know, do an experiment. I think it is a lot more important for you than just enjoying coffee in the long run, because anxiety and excess amounts of stress, again, can lead you to all kinds of illnesses. So food category number 3 is going to be really short, is processed foods. You need to eliminate them as much as possible. And if you're buying some canned food, always make sure that the canning is BPA free, because the studies prove that it could be linked to the anxiety and change sort of some reactions in the brain of people. So try to really stick to fresh produce as much as possible. And the last category, which is also probably the favorite of yours, is foods that are high in fructose, but I would actually say all kind of sweet stuff, including candy, including pastry, because sugar is not really good for you. It gives you energy really fast, because it absorbs into the bloodstream really fast, but then it makes you feel tired, you might feel fatigued, and it can also lower your mood and could trigger the anxiety and depression. And another information about sugar: sugar is a drug. So if every time you feel like you need something sugary, keep in mind, you depend on it and you need to try to combat it as much as possible. Let's say if you are into some sweet chocolate or some candy, try to eat some fruit or, you know, a tablespoon of honey. It's going to be a lot more healthier for you. And then again, habits die hard. You need to wait at least a couple of weeks here, and then your body will probably totally refuse to have this reaction, which is of course for the better. So that's basically everything I wanted to share with you today. So there's 4 types of food. You need to watch out for it and see if it can really may influence, you know, your mood changes, your anxiety, and you try to eliminate them if it's possible. I mean, always go slow. Don't be hard on yourself, because if you're gonna be always depressed, like, oh, I can't drink another cup of coffee, or oh, I can't have this candy, you can, but then make sure you compensate for it, say tomorrow. This is sort of the balance, and you need to always make sure that everything that happens in your mind will have a direct impact on your body. I mean, your well-being exactly depends on your thoughts, on your feelings, basically the environment. So you need to try to make sure that you always have some trick for yourself to handle the stress. Without it, I think everyone's life is going to be really miserable. It really depends on the person. Maybe a deep breath, a good book, or yoga or meditation, or any kind of exercise, or maybe favorite TV show gives you that trick and makes you feel better. And of course, every time try to think about anything that is good in your life. There is of course something that is good and that you should be you know, really happy about, and you should be thankful for it. I know sometimes in life there are really bad, stressful situations, but in our everyday life, some things like, you know, annoying people, like the waiting in the line, or even, you know, nerves on the road and traffic and so on and so on, we automatically become nervous, and by the end of the day we can really be exhausted from that. So I think finding a trick that helps you to work this out is essential. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please put the thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel. I wish you a stress-free life. I wish you to enjoy every single day of your life, stay happy as much as you can, smile more, and I'll see you in my next video.